We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Cornhuskers offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings.
Had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how...
Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husker! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Next best friend, boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just...
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Nebraska. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really good looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at
turning it on. And a 9-yard gain on.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking for a crease to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Off play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Ballard. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Badgers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now they'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 43.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Powers through the defender. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Creates a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Finds the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Pulls it in. It's Dupree. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Badgers are flying down the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Right back up top on second and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Caught over the middle. It's Mason. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To the air on 2nd down. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often, that big defensive lineman. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Edwards. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Steps away to find some room. Makes the catch, it's Hunter. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Grab near the marker. It's Dupree. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Floats it out in space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Badgers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Fires to the middle, and his throw is incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He got it. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Using the quick game. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the inside. stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The handoff to Johnson. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Cornhuskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The lone back's got it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a first down. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Got a man. It's Mason. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Look out, he's got room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Unloads to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Badger! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
The AT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They march 78 yards down the field. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes.